talking. Anyway, let's get back to your fucking pathetic, pathetic weekend. It
Well, part of my
disgusted
drink,
me.
I was on a mission. We were trying to have like a stripper party.
Who again, dude? What, you got a mouse in your pocket? Who the fuck is we?
Shut the fuck up.
No, dude.
Hold on,
No.
what's your
No.
This
You
is-
came up to me at the bar. I don't know if you remember this. You
Yeah.
drunken slob. You came up to me and was like, "Do you want to go to a stripper club?" And I was like, "No."
A stripper club?
No.
I said no. I said I'm not leaving this bar. I'm not going anywhere.
Right. Well, what was that, Thursday?
I think that was Friday.
I was putting certain things in motion that was going to
Chris had a
allow
master
for
plan.
allow for a late night Saturday house party with strippers.
Where'd you
That
find the strippers? How'd you know?
There was a connect.
There was a guy that we met who was dating a stripper.
Yeah.
Who was like, "Come over to our place. She's gonna bring all her friends from work. We'll have a party."
Yeah.
So
that
this
was-
is
that was-
strippers who just got done like delivering hand jobs or coming to chill post.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, delivering hand
and
jobs.
that was
They were
right
supposed
up the turd's alley. The turd he was bird dogging
You were
that all
excited
weekend.
about it too. Don't pretend like
Oh
you weren't
my
excited
God,
about
shut
it.
So-
the fuck up.
So they were warm.
You were 100% on
no,
board with that.
I was not. It disgusts me that you do that.
Oh my God.
That
So they were warmed up.
What?
The strippers. They
Well,
were warmed up.
we didn't wind up happening.
didn't happen because Chris sabotaged his own fucking
Who
plan.
was this guy?
We can't get into who he was.
Sure, but I mean, like, that's a
He was
wild.
Chris's buddy.
That's your boy.
We became fast friends.
Everywhere I
Yeah.
saw, every time I saw either of them after it was those two, thick as
I
thieves.
think that's one of those
Yeah.
things when you're dating a stripper, you want all your boys to also date strippers.
Yeah, I'd be like, look, strippers are cool.
like,
it's all
nothing weird about this.
Yeah, I didn't know him before I met him. I met him down there.
Sure. It sounds like a guy you
So it
meet
wasn't
kind
like
of randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Chris's pal, his hombre,
Dude, I
his
mean, look,
amigo.
shout out to a dude who can date strippers and like live in that realm and
Yeah.
not kind of get weirded
Well,
out.
the tale has a sad ending for this character.
Was he perfectly bald?
No.
He's
I'm
like a
thinking-
young,
thinking
he's
Big
like a
Ted.
decent looking dude.
And then
Thinking of like the son from The Deuce.
when I
Who
left,
who sets up all the fucking sex parties.
when I left on Friday,
Mm.
I had a tummy ache. Wasn't feeling great.
Damn.
Yeah, I took like a shot of tequila. I was like, all right, I'm going home.
And it
I
gave
feel
you a
like
tummy
shit.
ache?
Yeah, gave me like indigestion. I was like, I feel like shit.
That sounds fun.
I'm getting out of here.
Woo!
Yeah,
Oh,
party time.
fuck.
Tequila. I was like, oh fuck, I got acid reflux. Took like a Tums from the owner. I was like, do you have any like Tums? You gave me a big thing of Tums. I was getting wild. It was party time,
Oh,
dude.
it's so
One
funny.
shot of tequila, 3 Tums, bedtime.
Fuck, I
But
feel like
before I
You took
left,
more than one shot of tequila, right? Aren't those people
I don't
just
think I'm-
buying?
no, the most I took was I took
Yeah.
2 shots of fucking Fireball last night.
Ugh.
Hadn't had that in forever, but
that's hot.
yeah, it
gross.
wasn't great.
I believe that was Brock Turner's drink of choice.
Really?
Fireball, yeah. But go on.
Brock Turner, yeah. Well,
Nice
I think that was
endorsement. for
everybody's.
Brock.
Everybody's back then. Back
True.
in
Yeah.
the Brock era.
True.
Yeah.
True, that's true. But
the early
official.
aughts, the early
Yeah.
to late aughts.
yeah.
But anyway,
Fireball
when I left
scene.
on Friday, I saw Chris and his strip club partner scheming at the bar. Both of them sitting at the corner,
Hard as fuck.
just
Yeah,
figuring
just
it, devising the
talking it,
plan.
yeah,
Couple of
talking it
fucking
through, figuring it
cumers,
out.
dude.
It was Chris was bird dogging hard. It was like a little little terrier getting into a hole, getting into a fucking crowd. He was just hunting. He was
Tail
like,
was up.
where is this stripper
No,
party?
I was playing it pretty cool. I was sitting relaxed. I was sitting relaxed at the
Yeah.
bar.
You know, like if the stripper party happens,
wasn't
it
out-
happens. If
yeah.
not,
No,
Yeah,
stripper,
yeah,
dude, he
yeah.
came back
No.
Friday night. It was so funny, which is really funny because I was in bed and Chris came in, got in his bed, and he was like, got a little stripper party on Saturday, and he was chipping out. First off, I was in bed. He jumped on me.
So you had a bellyache.
I had a tummy ache. No, I got back to the place, dropped a pile, felt
Ooh.
great. Just
Fuck
released a pile, and I felt fine.
You had a mud pie.
I had a mud pie with gas. Just gas like that hurt. And I was like, I'm just getting the fuck out of here.
You ever have to like fart? You have gas so bad, like your arm hurts, and you're like,
Yeah.
ah,
Just
shit.
gas in your lungs. You just have I just filled with farts.
That is the one
Go
the one
home.
downside of Magoo's is there's not a good toilet.
There is not a good toilet at Magoo's. You gotta dump
you gotta
like
dump
with,
it.
the,
So
if you
with
gotta
the
take a-
civilians.
That's whack,
You
dude.
gotta dump with the common peasants.
Which
Really?
I did a couple times.
I dropped one on yesterday. Dropped a pile on the way. But no, I just had to pile out, and then once I hit the pile, Chris came in. First off, I kept acting like, man, you should be like me, sober. Left the bar. I left like an hour before the bar closed. I
so
left at like
funny.
1:30, and I was like, you need to be more responsible. But he
Oh.
came home just drunk as a skunk. He jumped on the bed. I was like, dude, I'm fucking naked. Get off me. He kept like, dude, it was so annoying.
So you guys fucked around.
Then he gets in his bed and he's like curled up, like it's a sleepover. He's like, I got a stripper party tomorrow. We got a stripper party. I was like, what's up with that stripper? Like, he got me. My ears perked up. I was like, what's going on with this? And he was like, don't worry about it. He just wouldn't give me the details. I was like, tell me where it is.
I was so excited. I was so excited. That was like
I mean, that is exciting
cat
news.
leaving like a mouse at the front door.
Oh, it was great.
That's like high school dance excitement. That's the only way you can rechannel high school
oh,
dance.
I was stoked about this stripper
Dude.
party at this point. I was like, this is gonna be the best.
I
night.
mean, what do you think about stripper prom? If a strip club held a prom, you can go onto.
that sounds so nice.
That would
You go online, you order your favorite prom date.
Hooker prom would be sick.
Actually, you have to go to the
Exactly.
strip club. Or it could be Sadie Hawkins,
Who's
where the
Sadie
strippers ask the guys at the club and be like, "Hey, next week we're having prom. Will you be my date?"
Fuck.
That's pretty
dude.
nice.
See, I think the exciting part is hanging out outside of the venue.
Yeah, there's always an after party after prom,
You
dude.
know, well, I guess that's true.
Yeah,
Well, that's the venue would be at a dance hall. You just take the strippers to
Yeah,
a
exactly.
nice,
Rent out like a fire hall or something.
I would
yeah,
want to
stripper
just. I would
prom.
want
and get like a
just
Buck Cherry cover band.
Oh, dude, now you're talking.
I don't know. The less formal, the better to me. I think just a
You're trying
house
to-
party.
you're trying to
a
cash.
house party. Yeah, a house
Well, then
party.
the after party's at a house party after the,
Yeah, I can't usually make it that long.
you got fucking.
I
He
can't.
was blacking out like while I was on stage. I would get off stage and be like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, I'm like, God damn,
Come
dude,
on,
what
that
happened?"
Maybe once last night. That was last night.
All right,
What-
33% of the time.
Why? Chris,
I was just that's the thing is he was when you feel shitty
Mm-hmm.
from drinking, you're faced with that crossroads of like should I just pack it up and go home
Yeah.
or just keep drinking?
I don't have that in me. Once I feel sick, I'm like, I'm not doing that for a long time.
Yeah, no, I like
It's a nice thing for you.
That's just what
Yeah.
happens. I feel so disgusted. Not like disgusted, more I feel sick and my body feels fucked up, and I'm like, I have to avoid this substance now.
I think that's what happened to me this weekend. Like,
You
this
got
is the
that
first
gas.
weekend I didn't get drunk. Like, I'm finally hitting a wall of
Holy Spirit filled you with gas,
enough.
dude.
The Holy Spirit did fill me with a pile.
I can
My
imagine
ass was speaking in tongues.
thinking of you at the stripper party, like out in a balcony overlooking Timonium, and some lady's like, "What's the matter, babe?" You're like, "I got so many fucking farts in me, dude."
But no, the stripper party got ruined because Chris.
no, I didn't do anything wrong.
Chris,
You
so
ruined
after-
stripper prom?
He did ruin stripper prom
Yeah.
because him and his pal got so fucked up at the bar, sitting on the
And
corner.
he was
planning-
driving the train. He was driving the train. He was buying beers and stuff like that, keeping the night.
what
night
do you
going.
mean driving the
Well,
train?
Chris is trying to alleviate the
Okay,
guilt.
well, yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
Go
fully
ahead. Tell
not-
him what happened.
You can
Tell him
fully
what
not go along with this.
No,
dude's
so
plan.
so we were hanging out late, drinking at the bar, and then I went home, jumped in bed with Shane, fucked around, got excited about the stripper party, and woke up.
That was the closest to Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve I've felt in a long. Just little kids in bed like, tomorrow is the stripper party. Yes, yes.
and I woke up to a message from him being like, "Damn, dude, I got a DUI."
that night.
yeah,
Yeah, he left the planning of the stripper party.
yeah.
Caught it Dewey.
Ooh.
Tell him-
yeah,
tell him-
yeah,
tell him what
yeah,
happened.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on with
great.
his how's that affecting his relationship?
I can't
10
imagine it's great.
Imagine
not
strippers
good.
tend to like to be driven to work and dropped off. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Although there's some strippers that have it in them to like fully support a dude who's just down
that's
and
what
out.
that's what this situation was. Like I think his girl was kind of like, "I got you."
She was the breadwinner.
Yeah, yeah.
She was the head winner.
yeah, you don't want your stripper girlfriend having to work double time.
yeah, yeah. No,
You know what
he
I'm
was
saying?
Like, he's like, I'm gonna have to get a job to pay for the lawyer and all this shit. Dude, yeah, you can go to jail.
Yeah.
For, like first offense.
Especially he was flying, baby.
Yeah.
Plus,
yeah.
if they checked his text and saw that he was planning a stripper party,
Especially, yeah, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
they
for
might
what
come
you
and
did.
they might
Dude.
subpoena you. Be like, were you supposed to go to the stripper party? And you're like,
I just
no.
kept fucking with Chris, being like, they're gonna check the security footage at the club and see you, dude, just
Easily.
getting bombed.
no, they'll see me going to the bathroom, being like, it's time for me to go home. Going to the bathroom, coming out, new beer there. All right, I'll drink this one. Drank that one. Took a piss. Come back, new beer. So I was.
It's
What's
never
up
your
with it?
fault.
It's not my fault.
What's up with
It's
that?
never your fault.
What's up? What's up with
Why?
me?
Why he kept giving you beers? Like, bro, what the fuck? Were you trying to fuck me, dude?
Well, I didn't know he was driving. I figured he would like.
You should have stopped him.
That's what I said.
No,
You
there's
should've
how.
told
I had no idea he was
Oh,
driving.
anyone I drink with, I'm like, bro, where's your keys?
Yeah, put him in the fishbowl.
Yeah,
That's
for
what you
sure.
guys do. That's
For sure.
Every
dude.
time.
It's,
For sure.
it's such a buzzkill, don't you think? To just
No
start
way,
out with,
dude. I'd
"Give
rather
me
be
your
safe,
keys."
bro.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
My
Look,
friend was planning me a stripper party. The least I could
I
do.
would treat
I
him.
didn't even know he had a car. I assumed. Well, I did know he had a car.
Probably a Dodge.
I knew, but
Almost
I didn't know
definitely a
he
Dodge
drove.
Charger.
Dodge Charger for sure.
Also, I figured he would just take an Uber home, or Lyft, or whatever.
no,
Why not?
because he has a stripper girlfriend, dude. He's not gonna do anything else.
She was home. She was home. She was
I
home.
can't do anything that makes sense. But yeah, so Chris ruined their stripper party, and that guy used his.
So yeah, I asked him the next day. I was like, "So that stripper party's probably off then, huh?"
Yeah, that was all he cared about.
Oh,
He didn't care about
man.
his new friend.
Yeah. No, I feel.
Are you
bad
still
for-
in
I
touch
think
with this guy?
Yeah.
You should see him through this whole thing.
I do want to. I hope it goes well. He's in.
You're gonna
he's
leave
in
him
a
in the
rough
dust.
Spot.
You're
He's
gonna
in a
leave
rough
him in the
spot.
dust.
Her parents picked him up from the police station.
God damn, this is like the most responsible stripper I've ever heard of.
Yeah, she's got her shit together.
Didn't you tell me she just came out as a stripper to her parents?
Yeah, like she had just told her parents. It's like that's what she's doing. It's rough.
And then they had to pick the boyfriend up from jail from a DUI. It's like, holy fuck, what happened to our little girl?
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
All because greedy little Chris needed to lube up this guy for a stripper party. You just trash this guy's life and then you move on to the
Look.
next town.
Look, I took care of my part of the deal. You know,
What was your part of the deal?
What was your part of the
to
deal?
show up to the stripper party to get him fired up to do it.
I do regret not being able to see you at a stripper party.
Oh my
Seeing
god!
O'Connor buzzing around at a
Trying to be
stripper-
cash.
It would be
Well,
so
you'd
funny.
have to try to be like cash a little
Yeah,
bit.
but then he'd half hour in, he'd be shit faced. Be like,
No,
"God,
I'd keep it under control.
No, you wouldn't. You would, if we went to the stripper party, you would have got hammered, and probably within an hour, probably before people started showing up, you would have already cornered a girl and been like, "I'll give you $100 for a head."
No.
Chris.
You know, I'm not that aggressive like that.
I don't want to. I don't want to be a judge. I don't want to come off judging of this guy dating a stripper. It's just it's a tough choice, dude. It's I feel like it's one that's usually made kind of hastily.
Well, he was like he was saying that like she just stripped. She doesn't like do anything outside of that.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And she was like as long as that's happening,
That's the
like
truth.
that's fine. Yeah.
What kind of drugs are they doing?
I don't know. They seem like they seem
Yeah,
actually
he
pretty
seemed-
chill. Yeah.
You seemed all right.
Good. All
Yeah.
right. Just making sure you're not.
And
getting
he
led
like
down any
and
dark
and,
paths.
and like it sounded like she
No
was
drugs this
she was
weekend.
pretty like normal too. Like it honestly it sounded like they had like a really nice thing going.
How old is she?
18.
What?
Bro.
God damn it! You didn't tell me the
Okay.
stripper party would have been lit.
Fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
wow.
I know. I was doing all
We would have got
this
busted
good
for
work.
fucking underage supplying minors with booze. Fuck, that would have been a pathetic end. Oh my god.
Hold on. She's 18.
Yeah.
And he's taking the word of his 18-year-old stripper girlfriend that no extracurricular activities are happening.
Look, let's not judge this man.
I'm not
He's been
judging.
through enough.
I want to let him know.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that I knew she was
I mean-
18, the stripper party would have been crazy.
It would have been amazing.
No, Chris, it would have been bad.
It would have been
It would have
amazing.
been horrible.
Dude,
for
you
us.
guys
It
are
would
going
have
on
been
Epstein's
absolute-
Island.
It would have been absolutely.
We were talking about that. We went to the fucking mall and there's just hot kids everywhere. And we were like, dude. He turned around and looked at these kids. I was like, dude, that girl was like 15. What are you doing turning around and checking her out? And he was
You're
like,
gonna,
she was
you're gonna
probably-
stand with these accusations?
I was window
He did.
shopping. I was looking around the mall. I was looking around the mall.
Oh, okay.
I can look in any direction I want. It's free country.
A 15-year-old walked by in like yoga pants.
This is
Maybe
this is
14.
Oh, I can have
unbelievable.
binoculars.
He
in the
was the
mall.
one who pointed them out.
All I said was Jesus Christ. That's what I said.
What was that reference? Like, God, they're so young. Get out of here.
Yes.
Young and hot.
There was young hot chicks.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
And so my mind's
fucked
not
up.
in that, like thinking about
But
that
Chris
stuff at
turned
all.
around.
You
But
know?
then, hold on,
I
so
don't.
this is
I
the-
don't look at 15-year-old kids and
saw
think
her.
like,
Hold
oh
on,
my
you
god,
saw
it's so
her.
hot.
So this
Dude.
was.
I was looking. I was like, I needed sweatpants. I need to buy some sweatpants.
If you're about to go to the stripper
Shoes.
party, so you need some sweatpants.
Yeah, dude.
I need some very sheer sweatpants.
Yeah.
So the strip.
But then we were like, dude. Then Chris was like, thank God I wasn't powerful enough to have access to Epstein. That's what he
he
said.
He said he would have definitely
say that.
faltered.
I did say that.
Billy and Spud are gonna get in your ass.
Thank God.
You are
I mean-
a chomo,
don't you
dude.
feel that way too? If
Dude,
you're honest with yourself.
Honest to goodness, dude. I was taking a nap the other day, and I was sitting there, and I was like, I was thinking about Epstein's Island. I was just like, Bill Clinton allegedly, but probably was fucking 17-year-old girls. I'm like,
That's
ooh,
wild,
boy, what a
yeah.
tough Jones to fall into.
Yeah.
What a forbidden fruit. I mean, it's so. Again, you got to kind of be a monster to do that. But if you're already getting, here's the problem though. If you're getting hookers left and right, and snap up, O'Connor, pay attention. If you're getting hookers,
Pay attention.
Oh, I'm hanging on every word.
I'm speaking from a damaged fucking bot. You start getting in the hooker realm, and then you start, it's just a lawless realm.
Yeah.
So you're already not obeying the laws, and then like you're not IDing these chicks. Then you're like, whoa, this chick's super fucking hot. Turns out your old buddy Jeffrey's like, yeah, you like that? After she blows you, she's 16, and you're like, fuck, I like that. And then it's like,
Yeah.
what you gonna do? I'm not defending the man. I'm not defending the Epsteins. I'm saying,
Dude, I mean, think about.
yeah, it's easy to be like, it's fucked up. It's like, bro, you get in the
Also,
big
yeah.
money wheel, U.S. politics, billionaires chilling. Everyone's kind of doing whatever the fuck they want. You're all fucking hot chicks. All of a sudden, you're just like,
And we were only looking at girls at the Towson Mall.
Yeah.
That was our pool.
Yeah. I mean,
Imagine the global kid sniz that they
just
were
imagine,
bringing
just
to
imagine your
town.
weakest moment, like just in like your
It's
weakest
not a great
moment.
line,
Just
my bad.
imagine your weakest moment.
It's not a great line.
But and just like Epstein calls and is like, I'm going to the island.
see, I would have shut it. I would have sat with the staff and been like, nah, bro, I'm not fucking. This is fucked
Yeah,
up.
if you have time to decline the invite, that's if you were there, it'd be like, oh fuck, they got me.
Yeah, I'm giving no.
But if I'm not going there.
Yeah, I'm not giving quarter to pedos. I'm saying it's not just like Bill Clinton was like, I'm speaking on stuff I have no fucking idea about, but I doubt someone was like, I need some young sniz. It's like, you're just being a pussy hound all around, your guard's down. You let you let the side down. Like, I love that what Prince Andrew said. It's like, I let the side down, yes, I'll admit. And you're just fucking around. It's like, that's a gradual slide.
Yeah.
To fucking 17-year-old.
You like get on the plane and there's just like all those girls in there.
Man, I can't believe you turned around at that chick at the mall. I forgot about that.
You were the one who
Disgusting.
I wouldn't
You
even
saw her.
notice.
They walked right fucking
You
past us.
pointed it out. You were like, look at those girls.
Ew. No,
Chris,
I didn't.
Chris,
All
look
right,
at them.
Look at him fibbing. Look at him smiling.
Look at them.
Wait, so was this
Look at
after
them.
the stripper party was off?
No, this
No,
has
no,
been stripper party planning.
yeah.
You're like, should we invite them?
Yeah. The wheels were in motion at this point for a potential stripper party.
Yeah, that's...
Whether it was going to happen, then later on that day, it was like
I had
pretty
nothing to
much
do with it.
locked.
I swear to God, I had nothing to do with the stripper
It's-
party.
No,
Gotta
you
be-
didn't. That
Thank
was
you.
something I was doing
That was
on
Chris
your
was
behalf.
concocting.
On your behalf, because I
I
knew you'd
declined it.
like it. It was a nice thing that I was
I
doing.
declined
for
it.
Nice
both of
gift.
us.
I declined
He
it.
didn't decline it.
Yeah, huh? You
2
tried to
seconds
go
ago,
see the strippers.
When?
One of those nights, and I said, I'm not leaving this bar. I'm staying here and then going to the hotel. Did that happen?
Yeah, you also.
What?
You also.
Wait, hold on. What was the
don't
first
talk
word you said?
over- Don't talk
What was the
over-
first word you said?
I
Yeah?
At
Yes.
some point.
Confirmed.
At some
Next
point
topic.
over-
What's going on with you?
No. At some point over the weekend, I suggested going to a strip club. So did you.
Did you guys, either of you, get
We
hard at
didn't
the
go.
thought of the stripper party?
I haven't been hard in months. No.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's the gradual slide.
The way he was describing what it was going to be like too was
What was he saying to you?
get me going.
What did he say?
He was just talking about his sex life with his girl, and it
Ew,
was like,
Chris.
I
Dude,
think this
Chris
guy was
is
trying to fuck you.
no,
He was trying to swing. Bring in the old
No.
turd. Drop a turd in the bunch. So, what was the guy telling you?
Oh, yeah, what's the guy telling you?
just
Look
like,
at Chris trying to defend his friend, dude. Chris is afraid to speak on the record.
well, I feel bad. I don't know how much I want to disclose about this unnamed person's.
We don't. There's nothing to disclose. We're not saying anything about him or any. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a funny story. It's a funny fictional story.
There's
Go
something
ahead.
to get him through this time, dude.
What?
What was he telling you that got you fired up? What you thought the party was going to be like?
Oh, he was
Yeah, when
just
he was
saying,
getting you
like,
hard, what was he saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was talking. Well, he was talking about just like his girl's always trying to like blow him and stuff like that, and like even when he's like soft, she like works really hard to like get him hard. And it was like great. That's exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you all making those faces?
how-
Keep going.
and then he was talking about like the other girls that would be there and how hot they were and fucking yeah, it was great.
What else? What did you say? Go into it because you're glossing over it, and
So,
I know you have
hold on,
details.
you guys were getting drunk, and he was like, "Yo, she fucking sucks my flaccid dick all the time," and you were like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
Yeah.
What is up with this party?
That's exciting.
You were sitting there crafting an Evite to the stripper party.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. Was it just the two of you? He's like,
Yes.
Yeah, at some point, yeah, it was.
And she was like, "She
yeah.
sucks me soft."
Yeah.
And you were like, "Fuck."
She was like, "Yeah, man." She's like, "Yeah." They were just like talking about it. Just they're like they do threesomes. They're like on Tinder together, and they like do threesomes, not with dudes, 2 chicks.
That's what's up. I mean, dude.
That's getting me fired up.